we are studying types of clauses. So, the type that we are going to study today is adjective clause. We know an adjective is a word that describes noun or a pronoun in a sentence. Adjective clause does the same thing but with multiple words, more than one word, act as a single adjective. We will study how adjective clause forms and how it describes noun or a pronoun with examples. First, there are 8 words. There are 8 words that starts an adjective clause. These 8 words are divided into 2 groups. The first group is relative pronouns, which contains 5 words that starts an adjective clause and 3 words from relative adverbs. We will go through each with example. First is relative pronoun. There are relative pronouns who, whom, which, whose, and that. 5 relative pronouns and 3 relative adverbs: when, where, and why. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now we will make sentence with each of these words starting an adjective clause. First we will go with the first word who. Let's erase this who. The girl, the sentence goes like this: the girl, comma, who is standing there. The girl who is standing there is my sister. In this sentence, the girl is the subject of the sentence, which means girl is noun, which is being described by this group of words: who is standing. It's a clause that describes this part of a sentence, which is subject of the sentence. And the clause start with the word who. Now we will go with next word whom. Sentence goes like this: the doctor, comma, whom I called was busy. For this sentence, the doctor is our subject and it is being described by this group of words: whom I called. The clause starts with relative pronoun whom. So we have covered 2 words. Then we will go for the next word, which is which. The word is which. Now sentence goes like this for this word: my brand new phone, my brand new phone, which is broke. For this sentence, my brand new phone is subject of the sentence. In this sentence, we can see it contains adjective as well as adjective clause. Adjectives can come before noun. Adjective clause always comes after the noun. Which is broke. the phone which is broke. It describes the noun phone. Remember, adjective clause always comes after. Adjective can be come before noun. Now we will go for the next whose. We will go for the next word whose. The sentence is like this: the boy whose father whose father is a doctor is the boy whose father is a doctor. The boy is the subject of the sentence. Whose father is a doctor? Describe that boy. And words clause start with the relative word whose, and remaining only one word that. The book that is on the table is nice. The book is subject, which means it is a noun, which is described by this group of words that is on the table. The clause start with the word that, which is relative clause. So we have covered relative pronouns, 5 words that starts an adjective clause. Group of words that contains description of a noun. Now there are 3 words remaining which are relative adverbs. Relative adverbs are easier than relative pronouns. There are only 3 relative adverbs that forms an adjective clause. When is used for time or a day. When you want to tell the time, then we use when. When you want to tell the place, we use where. We describe place with where and time with when. Now let's go through example when. I remember the day we met. After day we need to put comma here. I remember the day when we met last summer. I remember the day when we met last summer. When we met, kind of describing the day on which we met. The clause starts with the adverb when. Similarly, we can also describe place with the word where. And sentence for place goes like this: this is the place, this is the place, this is the place, comma, where I study. Full stop. This is the place. Place is a noun. This whole part is subject and place is noun. The last relative adverb is why. Very easy adverb to form an adjective clause. The reason I why why I called you is a secret. The reason is a subject which is the noun of the sentence, and why I called is clause that describe the reason, which is secret, which starts with the relative adverb. Clause start with relative adverb why. So there are 8 words that starts adjective clause, and remember, adjective clause only comes after the noun. Adjective can come before or after, but adjective clause comes only after the noun. That's it for now. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe us to know more.